Welcome to the group.
Welcome to the group.
Welcome to the group.
Welcome to the group.
Disclaimer. The content of this video is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. While some hosts and guests featured in this video may be licensed therapists, the discussions reflect personal experiences and opinions and are not a substitute for professional advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Viewers experiencing mental health issues or needing support should seek guidance from a qualified professional. Viewer discretion is advised, as the video may contain content related to sensitive topics such as mental health, self-doubt, and personal challenges. By watching this video, you agree that the creators and participants are not liable for any decisions or actions taken based on the content of this video. Always consult a professional for advice tailored to your specific situation. Welcome to the group.
I'll send you the Fashion Nova and the Boohoo stuff because they got really cheap, like shit like this.
Good shit.
I'm saying, niggas are gonna start looking stylish in this bitch.
Good shit.
Again, it's all the whole method of like a white shirt with some kind of fucking jacket on top.
Look into it. Thank you. I'm buying clothes anyway.
Yeah, it's really inexpensive too. They got jackets for like $30. Also, good time to do it now so that you can lock in a couple of things for the fall and winter.
Yeah, that's what I need now.
That's what I'm gonna do. What's up, dude? How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Pretty good. Let me know so we could, so do the intro and shit, blah blah, and
Action.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Welcome to the group. My name is Victorious. I am 36. I am currently dealing with a bunch of issues. Issue that I'm currently dealing with right now is I feel like a broken record. Finance. And what am I doing to make this better? I'm having conversations with my amazing co-host and just making sure that I keep myself accountable. I'll let you take it.
Awesome. My name's Luis Rodriguez. I'm doing the exact same he's doing.
Nice. Good way to fucking just like... Nice. All right, cool. Before we get started, please like this video. This will help the algorithm push us so that other people can see it. And also subscribe if you want to follow us along this journey. And this way you can stay up to date with current events. Take it away, Luis.
Awesome. Quick question, sir. What do you see yourself accomplishing as a result of our conversation at the beginning of your week, sir?
What? Say it again?
What do you see yourself accomplishing as a result of our coaching conversation today at the start of your week? What do you hope to be accomplished? Greatness.
Let me put my phone on silent.
I can't put my phone on silent right now because there's no subway system. So my wife is.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You got wifey and shit, I don't.
Somebody got stabbed on 14th Street. So they're waiting for the trains to start working again. That seems to be happening at least 2 times a week.
Good old New York vibes.
Yes, sir. So again, greatness and anything specific. What do you see yourself accomplishing as a result of our meeting today?
Getting better little by little.
Anything specifically you want to get better with?
Not specifically. I definitely feel like we touched on something the other day where we were talking and you said that you should start looking at this as more of like, instead of being friendly buddy, as more of a, take that concept out. So
when it came down to spending all this money to have a coaching conversation, your answer for what we want to accomplish because of this conversation for the rest of the week, your answer was greatness and in getting better, and the specifics of what you want to get better with.
Would you mind filling in that context? I don't think we touched on that on the last episode of like how this technically works with the whole pricing and whatever, blah, blah.
The pricing and all that is irrelevant, but
okay, sorry. All right.
Not that it's irrelevant, but like the hardest thing in the world to get people to make change is their investment in the conversation to change. So like if you get a discounted version, if you're not paying something that hurt your soul to be able to pay, you're not going to hold the conversation or change accountable. You're just going to kind of leave it as fluff. I'm trying to make sure it's not fluff, where it's something accountable. Like if I was to answer that question for me, I would like to have more integrity with my exercise. Lately, I haven't been as motivated. So normally I go by 7:30, 8 o'clock, I'm in the gym. By 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm coming out the gym. I take a shower, I get ready for the day. Sometimes I even work out twice throughout the day. I haven't been doing that. I've been waiting till like 11, 12, working out for maybe 45 minutes. Today was the first day I did back and biceps, like had a regimen that I came in there wanting to do. So regardless of what changes happen next week, this week, I would like to be better at my accountability in the gym this week. So I'm going to hold that myself accountable to that just because of this conversation. Because I said it, I'm going to do it. And then next week, I'm going to tell you about the progress I made with being accountable for the gym moving forward, organized, knowing what I'm going to do working out. Because I said it, that's exactly what's going to happen next week. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Let me kick my cats out the room. Out. Go. If I don't kick him out now, he's gonna start bitching for a minute, and then I don't want to ignore him because he's gonna fucking get upset.
Like I would if you ignored me.
There you go. You are closer to cats than you know.
No, that's not true. Don't ever say
Yeah,
that.
sure. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You wouldn't get mad if people ignored you, you fuck?
Yeah, but for a few minutes.
Yeah, that's it. I wouldn't hold on to it.
Okay, so back to what you were saying was, what do I hope to get out of this? Again, just taking the steps towards unlocking this great potential that I want within inside of myself. Or
I don't really understand that, but okay. We're going to try to iron it out a little bit.
okay.
So, it's okay. How will you make sure that you get the most out of our coaching conversations at the beginning of your week?
By being as truthful as possible so that I don't have to hide how I feel.
Well, let me get more specific.
Oh, thank you, sir. You're so nice.
Have you been to the gym this last week?
I went twice last week.
Cool. How many days?
What was your goal?
What was your goal? Twice?
I'm supposed to go 3 times a week.
Got it. So last week we didn't do 3, we did 2. Hopefully this week we'll do 3. Cool. How about your diet?
I'm making a little better choices. I bought some quinoa. I got a new fucking cooking pot, cast iron, which I'm happy with. And just trying to source better meat, like chicken, grass fed, stuff like that. Or at least I'm gonna try the kosher stuff and see what's up with that.
So have you made progress from last week to this week?
Yeah.
Is there more progress you'd like to make with those 2 goals?
Staying consistent with it.
So the only thing we have to do is to have a specific, like you said, the gym 3 days a week. If you don't make 3 days a week, the next week I'm going to say what days of the week and then hold you accountable to those days. And then try to find ways to become motivating to get those accountable. Does that make sense?
Cool.
So for now it's 3 days, but it's up to you when the 3 days is.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Do you know what you're going to be doing at the gym?
I have a workout plan on here. I just follow on the app. Okay. So as I go, come in, I look at the workout app and I just click it as like a checklist.
Do you take pictures for your journal of before and after the gym?
No.
Okay. And about eating, have you prepped for the week?
Meal prepped?
Yeah.
No, I still have some of the quinoa that I made yesterday, which I ate with some chicken. Then I fried 2 eggs and I ate it with that. I'm most likely gonna preheat that up and make some probably make some eggs, or probably I don't know, maybe if I'm up to it, I'll make some ground meat.
Does it like make sense to pre-cook for the week, or that's not how it works?
I don't mind pre-cooking the chicken. I don't like pre-cooking like steak. Ground meat is one thing. I don't like pre-cooking steak. So I made I used the AI to make a new meal schedule for myself, and I told it, the specifics of like what I'm eating, etc., blah blah, so it can tailor it to that. And it basically was like, for lunch, some steak with whatever, with quinoa, with sauteed what is it? Sauteed spinach, and then it was like chicken or whatever. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the chicken first because I feel like I can cook the chicken the night before, and then the steak I'll leave it for the second meal, which I can come home and actually cook it and then eat it fresh.
Okay, that works. Are you going to be good for the rest of the week to eat better, or do you need something else?
What do you mean?
For the rest of the week to go where you're eating healthy and eating responsibly, do you need anything else, or are you good for the week, the whole week?
What do you mean, to purchase?
Yeah, if that's what you need to do to make sure on
Well,
Wednesday.
yeah, I gotta buy more meat. Yeah.
Okay. When are you gonna do that?
Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm not going to the gym. So tomorrow when I get out of work, I'm gonna head to the butcher and I'm gonna see what's up. I'm probably like drop like $125 or some shit. Get like at least like 10 days worth of meat.
Good shit. Cool. So now, ready? This is about me now. What about me? What do I offer and my experiences and my style really works for you? What about me and our conversations in the
I
past?
thought you were speaking on yourself and then you were gonna answer the question.
No. I'm asking you, based on the group that we have, and every Monday we meet up. What about me wanted this partnership for you? What about this conversation that you were looking forward to when it comes to me speaking to you? Anything specific about my style, my approach? Anything you would like more of to be able to move forward? Just what brought you, like, what were you looking forward to discussing with me today?
I don't know. I mean, you're leading the conversation, so I'm just kind of like letting you basically pick at the brain. But as far as looking towards something, creating consistency with this as well. That's another thing too.
Cool. Well, I don't lead these conversations. You do. I just steer them.
Whatever, nigga, huh?
No, real talk. Moving forward, I don't lead these conversations. We already got the foundation already solid. I know a little bit about your background. More will come up as we discuss. My job is just to steer it. You come in with a whole bunch of shit that you want to discuss.
So wait, how is leading and steering not the same thing?
I don't have if this was a real session and you had nothing to discuss, we would sit in my office in silence for 45 minutes. And you pay me, and then I'd say, I see you next week. That happens often.
Damn.
So the hand holding is over.
I thought that at least you would try to like, hey, so what? I mean,
I don't mind
casual
doing
talk
it.
is whatever, but
I don't mind doing it, but I don't think you understand the relationship that this is.
I guess I don't.
Right, which is fine. I have a lifelong history of being in therapy. So when you go to therapy, you only have 45 minutes with a person after a whole life of not having that person.
Ooh,
so you vomit on them.
Special.
So just vomit on them, all the things that you want, and I'll be able to say, we'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that now. Tell me more about this. But if you don't have anything to discuss, this isn't something where I have enough information on you. So let's go. Do you know what a coach is, sir?
Yeah, but before that, look, check these out. Ooh, oh yeah. Paid $3 for these fuckers.
Good shit. They work.
These
I like
look
the
good
other
too.
ones you have.
These look good too.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So we back.
I like making cheap shit look good.
That
All
works.
right, I'm sorry. What does coaching mean to me?
Yeah, what is it that you're looking forward to when it comes to having a coach in your life consistently for the next 6 months to a year?
I don't know. This is the first time I'm doing it, so
Good.
the only thing that comes to mind is consistency
Consistency with what?
with the process.
Of?
Coaching.
I need meat and potatoes. You're talking about pots and pans and fire. What am I putting in the pots and pans to cook?
Okay.
Let's reverse roles so you can see it in fluid motion. Does that make sense?
Sure.
Cool. Hi, my name is Lewis. Welcome to the group. I'm 36 years old. Looking forward to have conversations with my buddy here, my pal, my partner, Mr. Victorious. Please introduce yourself. Yada, yada, yada. Great. For me, sir, I had some good news come in my life recently. I want to make sure I don't fuck it up and stay consistently disciplined. I want to make sure I don't get my loneliness, get caught up in this new endeavor of mine. So I don't make these friends, or I don't have to be nice. I have to let go of being nice because in the past, being nice has gotten me in trouble. What I would like to discuss today is, I guess, getting out my comfort zone. It's going to be a thing that I'm doing stuff new. I've never done it before. So making sure I don't let my anxiety get the best of me. That's what I would like to discuss moving forward for next week. Anything I just said gave you some room for questions.
It just sounds more like, it sounds more as if what it sounded like. I gotta stop saying the word like. I it gets me annoyed. It sounds like.
Did you hear what I had I needed assistance with?
Yeah, you said that you had something good coming that you wanted to stay positive about, so that you can continue that flow of positivity, so that you can gain it.
Right, because I have a history of self-sabotage.
Okay.
So would you like to know anything about self-sabotage? If so, ask a bunch of questions, see how you can get deeper into my nervousness about the new endeavor that's all positive.
Okay. So yeah, the whole reversing the role shit.
So that's steering. Taking what you're saying and getting deeper into stuff that I find important because you're avoiding it.
Okay.
So it's just the same thing. Vomit on me and I'll be able to touch the subjects that are important to you. You have any plans this week coming up, sir?
I don't want to like talk too much about it, but hopefully this weekend I might get some and that would be nice. I recently today, while I was talking to that person, I told them, I pretty much came out and told them everything that we're soon going to be talking about on here. I still haven't gotten a reply back, so I'm hoping to see how they actually take that information.
What did you need from her regarding to our conversations?
I didn't need anything from her. I just told her about the stuff that, like, all right, whatever. The prostitution, the fucking, the whole my sexual preference, and I kind of laid that on her to see what's up.
So your goal of vomiting on her was for what? What did you want her reaction?
Oh, so that she can open up as well, which she did, which I was actually very happy about. I was actually very shocked. I was like, wow, okay.
So in the past,
It'll be so funny if she hears this, but continue.
So you've opened up in the past, hoping that they open up, and they always open up?
No, in the past, I've had the issue of thinking that if I opened up, I kind of gave you an exclusive look into me. But then I guess it was also like a form of therapy in a way for myself too. So then I can just like, throw up like you mentioned. And I would do that. And I've recently learned that only certain people see that as a good thing. Other people see that as like, you're giving me way too much. You know what I'm saying? Like way too much. I'm not ready for this, and this feels yucky. Goodbye.
Yeah, most don't like that from my experience. Most are selfishly in their world, but that works. It works. Everybody's different. I normally don't share until I can find something relatable to share. So
Okay.
I get a lot of information and then share based on what I think is important to them. I never share assuming I'm important.
I was also sharing to see if maybe I could find something that some kind of common ground on where the person's like, yo, I agree with you on what you said, and then we can discuss more on it.
So
Because I feel like the other shit is just a little mundane bullshit. It's like, oh, so how's your day? What do you do? Blah blah. It's like doesn't really the conversation doesn't get deep. Like, God, I gotta stop saying like shit.
it'll happen naturally. Don't worry about it. You're making references at the moment, so sometimes you can't get rid of the word like. You're not using like as fluffers. You're using like.
No,
Okay.
fucking.
I haven't heard you using like as fluffers.
I want to get on a level where like I want to get on a level where I'm speaking on Obama's level, where
He says
he
like all the
speaks-
time.
I don't
Except when he does it, it says
I rather substitute it with or than constantly saying the word like, especially when I see interviews.
Okay.
I see that word just jump out so much.
So you're going to have company in the future, and a way to prepare for that company's part. So, and a way to participate or prepare for that company, you vomited on her all of your expectations, hoping it sparked her to speak about her expectations.
I wouldn't say expectations, just what we're dealing with.
Expectations.
She told me about. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's the way you would use it.
Oh no, if I'm wrong, what do you mean? What we're dealing with?
Loneliness, issue with meeting people, which is part of loneliness. Just getting misused by the wrong people, and now you're tainted to allowing other people to come into your inner space.
Oh, so you invited her and then said, I don't normally invite people because y'all motherfuckers is takers and take from me without giving back anything. So this time's gonna be different.
Me and her, we knew each other like years ago. We just stopped talking to each other again because it was one of those scenarios where she put up this wall, which I get. And I got frustrated because I was trying to hang out with her and this and the other, but she was kind of like keeping me there with like, I like you, but I don't want to open myself up to you. I'm only assuming, but I don't want to open myself up to you because I fear that if I do, and you do hurt me, she's gonna be more upset of letting me in than the just like the whole hurt process. Well, a culmination of both, of being hurt and also being upset at herself for allowing me in when she should have just stuck with her instincts and just kept it at very like just talking as opposed to allowing somebody in. I'm only assuming now. I'm only assuming.
Right. How was it this time? How did the conversation go?
Way better. We got on FaceTime. We spoke. It was cool.
Cool. And what's your expectations now? You less anxious about her visitation this week coming up?
I mean, I'm chill. I don't know if it's gonna happen or not. Nowadays, I don't put myself in scenarios where like I try to hype myself up too much because
She
it
still
just
might not come.
huh?
She still might not come.
There's a array of things that could happen that person won't show up, and I get it. It could be I'm just not in the mood today. I'm in a funky mood, etc. A lot of things can occur, and I'm gonna be losing the battle if I just get mad about not doing it. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to put too much emphasis on it. So this way, if it happens, awesome. If it doesn't, whatever. Just go about my business during the weekend.
Do you have to come out of pocket for this visit?
Slightly.
Before or while she's here? For like food and shit.
No, but they live in the Bronx.
Oh, okay. They're not staying with you the whole time?
No, they live in the Bronx.
I didn't know they lived in the Bronx.
My bad. They live in the Bronx. They're just coming over for the evening.
Oh, I thought they were visiting from far away.
No.
Gotcha.
I don't have money to fly everybody out. Jesus Christ.
That's what thought you were flying somebody out.
It's fucking horrible.
Gotcha. So you feel a little more comfortable.
I'm not gonna lie though. I did hit up my homegirl from Florida. I was like, "You trying to come out here?"
Oh, you was on a roll.
Yeah, whatever.
Where's this one from?
The person who I'm talking to recently, she's from the Bronx. She's black.
Oh, I thought it was from a different country.
No.
Like Germany.
You asshole. Hopefully she doesn't watch this right now, but whatever.
I thought that's the one that was coming.
I hope so.
That's not who we're talking about?
No.
I didn't know that. Who is this person?
She's black. I spoke to her years ago, whatever, and we just reconnected again. Like, hey, what's
that's
up?
dope. That's somebody brand new.
Not brand new, technically. I've spoken to her before.
No, brand new in the sense of visitation. Brand new in the sense of a conversation.
Yes,
That's fire. Congratulations, homie. That's a big deal.
Thank you, man. Again, I don't know if it's gonna actually happen. So,
but still, you are in a conversation with a third person, another person. When we first started talking, your isolation and loneliness was a big deal. Then you tripped and fell on the gym and enjoyed the fact that you were socializing at the gym and just the people were nicer. And then you tripped and fell on one person possibly coming in the future. And then that inspired you so much that you got another person to come over. And then you got loose and was like, everybody, you Florida, you want to come too? Which is fire that you're inspired. That's really dope. Got it. No kids, no nothing, just her.
yeah.
Good shit. How you feel about that? Besides just the specifics. Just
again, I will feel better when it actually happens.
Gotcha. So you have doubt.
Yes.
Got it. In the past, has she stood you up?
We've never gotten this far in the past. Like, I've
You
always
guys
tried
never
to
met?
push. No.
Oh, how'd you
I
meet
always
her?
try to, huh?
Well, how do you have a relationship with her then? If you never met?
We met through one of the apps. I forget which one.
Oh,
I mean, I
okay.
feel like that's how dating has evolved. The
Good
whole
shit.
going and meeting people outside, it becomes more of a either do you work with this person or are you neighbors with this person? There has to be some kind of interaction that you guys see each other on an
Yeah.
organic basis on a regular,
Yeah.
unless you happen to be this one person where you could just go up to somebody and be like, "Hey, what's up?" and you get instant response.
Yeah, no, I'm not good at that. Well, good shit. So we got the company. So what are 5 things moving forward in the rest of our conversations? 5 things that you would like to work on that you want most in your life.
Happiness.
Nothing more specific. Big blanket comments like that.
Okay.
Happiness is fine because then I get to ask you a bunch of questions of what makes you happy.
Fill the void that I feel like I have within inside of myself, that I've been filling it up with other sentiments that most likely don't line up to the overall achievement that I want.
Okay. Anything else?
That was a little fucking long, but
No, it wasn't. That was 2. Happiness, fulfillment.
what was the question again?
5 things that you want in your life the most moving forward that we'll have it bring into this conversation.
Okay, unlocking above all, I want to unlock this great person that I know I am, which I feel like I'm getting closer to that. That's 3. Better helping myself so I can help others. And getting healthier.
So now some questions to break those down.
Fucking
What
go,
type,
man.
what types of things make you happy?
Drugs.
Okay. What else?
Type of things that make me happy are a good meal, seeing a good action in people, like a kind gesture, getting a kind gesture. I'm so used to being the person who's trying to show my worth that it feels foreign when it feels foreign when I get things.
Get things like tangible things, or get things like a high and attention.
No, like, like, hey, I'll pay for your food or some shit. I saw funny. I saw a meme that it was like these two guys was going like hanging out, and they're like, yeah, I'll pay for the food, and he's like, word. And then they get in the car, and he's like, yo, so I never had nobody buy me food like that. So where we going after this? And then he was like, bro, what the fuck? He's like, dude, I just paid for your food. He's like, nah, you hitting them cheeks tonight. And he was like, wow, what the fuck, dude? He was like, you ain't buying me food and just not doing this. Come on, like, but it just goes to show, like, from people that are constantly giving, when you get something back, it feels so foreign and weird, and it's just like, what the fuck's going on?
You ever seen that comedian that talks about he went on a gay date and he's not gay?
I mean, there's a lot of comedians like that. A lot of comedians say shocking value things.
Nah, he was.
I seen comedians on a panel, and one of the guys, they brought up a bunch of chicks, and they were kind of like roasting them. One of them was trans. A homie went upstairs to the hotel room and got it on with a trans chick, and then come back down. And he got hella fucking attention, but not in a negative way. But like, he got a lot of attention off of that shit.
Oh wow. The one I'm talking about is a black dude that was at the YMCA, and he picked, like, one of the dudes came in and he picked him to be on his team, and this guy was like NBA level good at basketball. So he was like, "What the fuck you doing here, bro? This is the Y. Like, we good, but nigga, you good."
For the
And
future, hold on, sorry to cut you off. For the future, try to turn the lights on in your crib,
oh,
because it looks dark as fuck.
I have a 10.
Nah, because like now it's getting really pixelated because it's getting really dark. Awesome, good fucking shit. Oh shit, we got 10 minutes left on this one.
So do the other one.
Okay, hold on a second. All right, so you know where you left off, right?
Yeah, the comedy guy.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna end this one and I'll start a new one.
All right. So he went to the Y. The guy started playing basketball with him, whatever. the funny part started happening when they were playing back, and afterwards he was like, "Yo, what you doing later?" Like, I have floor, whatever those are called.
Floor
Tickets.
seats.
Yeah. Well, say it again.
Floor seats.
Yeah, he said, I got tickets to the Knicks game, floor seats. He was like, "Bad, I'll be there. I'll pick you up." Oh my God, bad. So he got picked up in a new Tahoe. And he said, I don't know if you ever been inside a new Tahoe, but them shits is nice. He said it was like, he felt real cuddled. And he was like, "Oh shit." Went to the game, played basketball. The dude bought him food. The dude bought him drinks. And he was like, "This is my new best friend. I don't know if you noticed, like niggas is like this. Like, that's my new best friend." And then at the end, he went to give him a pound, and the dude stood real close for too long. He was like, "Yo, what the fuck?" And then he went to try to give him a pound again, and the dude was like, he's like, "I'm not gay." He's like, "I am." No, no, this is a great event. It was fucking hysterical. The fact that you watched them process the fact
Wait,
that
but who was the gay one? The one doing the
God
invite?
had invited him out.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't he's like, "He looks just like me. He talks just like me." I didn't know that his desperation was absolutely hysterical. Because it was an innocent bullshit, but it was just
I
funny.
had something similar happen to me where when I used to sell weed back in the day, like when nicks and dimes was a thing, there was this one gay guy that I used to sell weed to, right? And low key, he would always try to be like, "Hey, you want to hang out real quick?" And he got like a real nice apartment, a real nice backyard and shit. Be like, "I got some food and stuff like that, blah blah blah." But I'm like, "Bah, listen, I love the fact that you buying the weed and everything, and you feeding me, but
"You're not getting no skins."
yeah, and then yeah, that was I found that very funny.
It's one thing that happened to me like that once in my old job. "Yo, why don't you stay after work? Let's catch some drinks." So I'm like, "I bet." I thought we, as a collective server, like all the waiters,
Oh, nigga, you and me.
after like the second shot, I was like, "Nigga, there's nobody here." And I was like, "Ah!" I lost it. I had to leave.
You were like, "Yeah, so I gotta go. My wife is calling me, but I thought you were divorced.
I
I gotta
just
leave."
left. Phew, phew, I just left. Cool. So based on the things you discussed, 5 things, you got 3. Is there any of those things, resolutions you would like to do, like statements of some sort, staying more positive, keep the not saying like in your private life, any of those specific little things also? Nope. Okie doke. Next question, sir. Which one of those things, based on the eating good, seeing good things happen to other people, which one of those things would you like to work on first?
I feel like priority wise, it would be the eating better and going to the gym.
Great. When it comes to karma and seeing good in other people and doing good and blah blah blah, try to focus on just you doing good, not receiving good. That'll happen by surprise. That can't happen by focus.
Okay.
That's always going to be something you get surprised that happened. It's never going to be something you keep hoping for it to happen.
Wait, say that again.
Good things happening to you, the nice kind gestures that are aimed your way, you karmically keep earning them by doing those kind gestures, but don't ever do them because you hope to get it in return.
Okay.
Just
I mean, I feel like I do a lot of things selfishly. I don't create expectation on people.
okay, good. I just didn't want you to get disappointed. So the first one, you didn't put good meals. I mean, you didn't put gym. You already had that. For the 5 things, you put good meals, seeing good in other people, and getting a kind gesture. Those are the 3 things you gave me.
Okay.
So out of those 3, any of those a focal point?
No, I was just kind of going off the women, just saying what
What happens if you
the
allow
last one was staying healthy, I believe.
Okay. Yep. So what types of things stop you from eating good? Munchies?
Sugar.
Sugar. Do you like no sugars type stuff, food?
I don't mind it, but sugar has definitely got a hold on me.
Did you like the carrot cake I gave you?
Yeah, I mean, I felt like it was a little spongy, like.
I liked it like that. But every flavor has a different texture of cake. But he has some that are vegan. I don't know if that'll help.
I think the one that wifey gave me was vegan.
Oh, and it was still spongy? I like the sponginess. I don't like it dry. Cool.
Not that I'm going for a dry consistency, but it felt like a little too spongy.
Okay. So you gave me 4 things about happiness. Now give me 5 things that's causing you the opposite feeling, discomfort and stress in your life, and how we could work on them. Were you unhappy and funky this week since our last conversation to now?
I get impatient.
Give me an example of like the details of what sparked your impatience.
Just trying to turn my brain off, and like I need to do more reading. I need to read more.
That was going to be my next comment.
I need to read more. I've been reading, and I've been having a really tough issue with just being able to sit there and read a couple of chapters or just a chapter at all. I've been reading 2 pages, and I'm like, I'm ready to fucking knock out or some shit.
Why don't you find something you like instead of reading something you want to do first?
Nah, I invested this money in these books, and I just need to just toughen the fuck up and do what I gotta do.
Different. What I'm saying is slightly different. You could have 4 or 5 books open at the same time, read 2 or 3 pages of each. It'll be like changing the channel of a TV. You still watch it with no issue. But allow your brain, it's kind of like a sit-up that you've never done before. Allow your body to do baby sit-ups. Allow your brain to read just for the sake of reading so you can get that muscle stronger so you can read things that are not as much interesting. Because the first part is your muscle memory to reading. The second part is absorbing. The third part is getting through dry content.
But it's not necessarily that it's dry content. It's just the concept of reading. Like, I don't mind fucking going on Instagram and watching the reels and shit. But when I'm start reading, it just my brain decides to.
I completely get it.
I have to sit here and really. I just gotta focus. I'm just being a little fucking bitch about it, and I'm finding every other goddamn fucking excuse not to do it.
As a professional trying to support you, I would like you to update your vocabulary and ease up on yourself because that's not what's happening. Okay. When you don't have practice reading, it is like trying to lift too much weight before you've gotten that strong. So I would recommend you reading the paper in the morning. An article, a news magazine article, something of interest, a fucking how-to booklet, something of interest early in the day so you can read something later in the day. Okay. That's not the same level of interesting. Even if it's a fucking comic book, you need to prepare your brain to be able to read the information.
Okay.
But reading is good. That's why they call it food for thought. It's just a healthy bite of a nutritional thing.
No. It definitely helps. It definitely helps with my cognitive reaction. It's gonna stimulate your brain.
Did you like some books?
The videos are cool, but the books are way better.
Yeah, reading is reading. It's separate. Would you like me to make some recommendations on like some self-help books?
Not necessarily. I got a shitload of books here that I gotta read. So
yeah, but
as far as reading material, I got a shitload of it.
I'm not saying gotta read. I'm saying want to read. Unless we can get to a place where you want to read something, the got to read everything is going to be hard.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm going to gravitate too much towards the self-help books.
You won't until you decide to. By itself, right now, without any any history and experience of self-help, of course not.
Yeah, I guess.
So I can give you Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's not a self-help book at all. It's a finance book.
I know the book.
You read it?
Read partially.
So if I give it to you, would you be able to read it from beginning to end?
I could try.
I have books on leadership. I have a neuro-linguistic programming book that teaches you how to use the right words to get the right results. I can email you that. I have self-help books out the ass, suggestions like The Power of Now if you want to.
I gotta start reading this book. Where the fuck is it? The social engineering book. I have 2 of them that don't have to necessarily relate to it because I got a bunch of hacking books here, Python, pen testing, but I have these 2 books that I gotta start messing with. It's called This Is How They Tell Me the World Ends and Social Engineering. I gotta start reading those.
So teach them to me.
Huh?
Teach the books to me.
What do you mean?
Read the social engineering and then teach me what the fuck you read.
This is why I want to do the following. I want to, on my own personal channel, I'm going to start reading the books. And after every chapter, I'm going to do a small, like how you would write an essay on the chapter. I'm going to do that.
When are you starting that?
As soon as stop dragging my feet.
So based on this conversation, when are you going to start that?
Soon. But I still gotta get 2 videos out the way. I still gotta get the current updating about what happened with the bottle deposit, and then I gotta do the one with the ebook that I made with the plants, and then that's when I'm gonna start jumping into the journey of doing these updates on these specific books.
So next week, touch on it again so we can iron out the start date, or 2 weeks.
No, I'll start by this week.
So by when?
I feel like no. By next week, maybe in 2 weeks. No, by this week, I know I'll knock down those 2 videos that I just mentioned, which is the follow-up video, because it's a very short video, and then the other video is basically on giving you explaining to you about the ebook, etc., which is giving you a small sample of like plant biology, things you should pick, like basic information about plants. So this way it can hopefully help someone in need that doesn't know the information, and etc.
So by Thursday, you'll start to read 1 chapter of that social engineering book.
I want to finish the other book. I don't know. In the order that I have it right now is mycelium book that I have, and then I have these 2 that I need to start. I have these 2. So I have the tensors blueprint, and then I have this shit, Linux for beginners. So I gotta start, and then I also got this book too that I gotta start. This shit.
What's helpful is when you have an exact clear date start time. It's helpful when you have to change that start time, edit the start time, but having a start time is really helpful for you to practice having integrity. So by Thursday, what time would you start? By Friday, what time would you start? If it's not those 2 days, give me a day that you think you can start doing exactly what you said you wanted to do.
I don't know yet, because also it depends on what I'm doing, and then also it plays a big role on how I'm feeling mentally.
Of course.
Because I can say, yo, I'm gonna do whatever, and then just do some other shit and fucking procrastinate and whatever.
And that's perfectly fine. But in order for our conversations to have merit,
okay.
Have to change. You have to feel that integrity.
Let's say Saturday.
What time? It is that specific.
I don't have to cut anybody on Saturday, so
Friday you do.
Huh?
What? I asked you Friday for a cut. It's my girl's birthday Sunday.
Okay.
If you can't cut, that's cool. But I thought I asked.
No, so then I could do that so then let's say Saturday, 3 p.m.
3 p.m. And what book will you start reading at Saturday at 3 p.m.?
I don't fucking know.
What book would you start to read Saturday at 3 p.m.?
This is how they tell me the world ends.
Are you lying?
It's one of the books.
Which is the fucking book you said you're going to start reading?
Again, this is how they tell me the world ends.
Is that the one you want to start with?
This book.
Is that the one you want to start with?
Sure, I gotta read it. I bought it. It's collecting dust too. A little thick book.
So even if you're doing 50 million other things,
little 400 or 500 pages. Jesus Christ!
That's not a hard book. It's little. Pay attention.
You're right. Fuck out of here. Continue.
So integrity is an interesting thing because regardless of how many things you have on your plate, Saturday at 3 o'clock, you start reading that book. And if you can't, make the cognitive decision to say Sunday at 1 o'clock, but be in charge of it. Don't throw it up in the air and just wait till next week's calming down to then start all over again. You don't need to start all over again. You just need to readjust.
Okay.
Okay, so right now we have that book started. How much will you be reading of that book? Try 10 pages.
Okay.
Just 10 pages.
Cool.
Do you have to do anything after you read 10 pages?
I don't know.
Is that your video for your blog?
No, I'm gonna. I have some notebooks here. I'm going to basically. Once I read the chapter, I'm gonna jot down what I learned about the chapter, and then this is how I'm gonna create the video. But the thing too is that a couple of the books also pertain to the same topic. So maybe it'll be a little, that's what I was thinking about. Maybe like if I learn the same thing in one book and I'm learning it again in another book, then technically I don't have to make like I don't have to give you an update on what I learned on that chapter.
No, each book is going to be totally different because I'm assuming it's a different writer. Even if it's the same topic. Like I read a whole bunch of psychology books, but every one of them had new information in it, even though the topics were the exact same. I could read about Freud from 10 different authors and get something different 10 times. So don't assume they're talking about the same things. Assume you're going to get something different.
So the most of the hacking books all begin with Kali Linux, right? Where Kali is basically the software that gets used to be on the terminal and basically like
wait. We're not doing that now. But that's the time. These are not reading books. These are like textbooks for school learning.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about reading one. Do you have a reading one? Thursday.
The closest one is this is how they tell me the world ends, because even though it has to pertain to hacking, it's more of like telling you about events that occurred.
Okay, so
kind of like a storytelling.
But you find hacking interesting. You want to learn how to hack, right?
Cybersecurity.
My brain is just food. My conversation is just food for thought. Shit that Fat likes, not what the shit that Fat wants to learn. Not the shit that.
I mean, I don't currently have any books that I just want to read just to read.
So for Rich Dad Poor
Dad. The last book that I read like that, I think it was like when I did like a month in jail, and I read like 2 books in there.
So I'm gonna give you Rich Dad Poor Dad on Friday.
Okay.
Saturday, 3:00. Read it page after page. Don't skip shit. I don't care if you read that chapter before, but from beginning to end, you read the book.
Okay.
It's an easy book. You can read it in 2 days. It's not written real fucking dry and annoying. It's written interesting.
Okay.
Cool. So do you cool with that?
Yeah, sure.
Do you have any questions about Rich Dad Poor Dad?
No, I know Robert Kawasaki. So the Kawasaki.
You know what it's about? The book?
Yeah, it was about the man that he met that basically he had his father, which was the poor man, and then he knew the rich man, which was a friend of his dad, and then he started to learn from his dad's friend, which was the rich dad, and started to get a better understanding of how the world works and how financially things work.
Right. One with the poor dad was a professor. He wasn't poor, but he was brilliant. He wasn't rich. And the rich dad wasn't brilliant. He was just rich. Mm-hmm. So him learning the differences between the two. Then there's part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those books. So after you finish Rich Dad Poor Dad, I have the 4 quadrants of success that'll be the next book. Okay. That teaches you the 4 different thinking styles of all the people in the world that are successful and not successful. Okay. So like for me, I'm a W4 wage earner.
What do you think about the what is it, the 100 Laws of Attraction or some bullshit like that? Okay.
It's a good book. It's kind of like the 7 Laws of Successful People or 101 Success Principles. Those are brilliant because it's scientifically discussing the principles of success. And then you get to kind of deal with and compare what your principles are and how to make improvements to your principles that were taught to you incorrectly.
I started reading the 100 Laws of Romance or Love. I remember that's like when I was in high school with the Zane books were coming out at that time. But that had a lot of information. It had a lot of characters that you had to like put your feet into so that you can understand where they're coming from.
Actually, could I make a suggestion for you of which book I think you should read?
Sure.
I think you should read Success Principles.
Okay.
It's a book this fat, but it's not a book you read from beginning to end. It's a book you open up and you find a principle and read that principle. Okay. You can read it to beginning to end like I did, but you don't have to. It's designed to just go to principle after principle. Would you be able to get it? I don't have it.
If you send me the Amazon link, I could buy it.
I could probably get it for you for free unless you like the physical book. I think, yeah, that's one of those books you should actually own. Forget it. You're right.
All right.
I'm going to send it to you right now because that'll be a great book.
Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong. My bad.
Huh?
No, continue.
Oh. Success.
Yo, start using the ring light too.
All right.
Because right now you're getting like this shadowed scenario going on, which is whatever, but just in the future, get them better.
Good shit. I will. Cool. Success principles. They have used ones. $43. If I was you, I would do Success Principles PDF on a Google search and get it for free.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for it now and send it to you. But I don't want to waste time on our video. And then from the reason why that'll be important, it might give you stuff to talk about in your coaching sessions that lead you into the regular life. Because right now, all I got is seeing good in other people. That's a big thing for you. And the kind gestures. I discussed it with not expecting kind gestures. You said unlock your potential, feel void of lonely things. I think you've already been doing that. Help self to other. Yep. I'm concerned about your desire to help other people without helping yourself. So the success principles will have us discuss it without me challenging you about helping yourself.
Okay.
It'll just keep it in conversational tone. Cool. Any other questions, sir? That'll be great.
I feel like mentally I've been getting a better perspective on how I should moving forward. And instead of spending money on things that only get me quick gratification, I should be spending it more on eating, going to the gym, purchasing better clothes for myself so I can look and feel good. And just shift that towards me.
Can we discuss that moving forward and those moments you noticed instant gratification being your focus, those moments you noticed how hard it was to let go of the instant gratification, because that creates chemistry in your brain that's almost a high. And when you decide to stop the instant gratification, you're stopping the it's like drinking a non-alcoholic beer. You chug 6 beers waiting for the buzz. You have everything of the side effects of beer, but no buzz of the beer. You're going to feel some kind of way that would be great for these conversations.
Sure, that's not a problem. Do you mean like right now, or you mean for a future conversation?
Both. Moving forward, when you catch yourself battling the instant gratification, like let's say you don't want to go to the gym, but you said you were going to go to the gym. So now you get to practice having integrity to what your word was or the way you feel. Because you're going to figure out stories to justify why you're not going to the gym versus deciding not to go to the gym because of an instant gratification you let yourself get into. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense?
Kinda.
That way we could stop the storytelling that you give yourself to justify shitting on yourself.
But I don't feel like I need to justify anything. If I didn't go to the gym was because I was fucking being lazy and I didn't want to go.
Yes, but the fact that you're saying being lazy and didn't want to go when going to the gym is what helps you feel better, that's an excuse that you're giving yourself to make it okay. Because you have a relationship to laziness that's not the same as the relationship to fat.
So hold on a second. So being accountable and saying that you're fucking up is still an excuse?
That's not accountability. Accountability is doing it anyway.
Ugh, so I have the wrong definition of what accountability is.
You have justification.
Okay.
Which is what you rationally tell yourself, so it's okay to not go to the gym. So it's okay to keep doing the same stupid shit over and over again because it's okay. That's what I told you at the beginning. It's easy to be right. It's really difficult to do what works for you. What works for you is going to the gym. In the moment that you decide fucking being lazy is not who victorious is. So making sure that we change the vocabulary. Neurolinguistic programming is what you say to yourself and how you justify certain lack of change. Okay. So if you're going to word it, I'm going to coach the wording to not be, well, I'm just fucking lazy. Were you, or did you just quit on yourself? How does it feel to quit on you? If anybody else quit on you, how would that feel? And then we can discuss what you're doing to yourself as a self-sabotage. It is not that simple to just say, I'm being lazy. Oh, yeah? That voice inside your head isn't you. Your decisions are you.
Okay.
That's why food for thought is important. Those books, the reading something that's outside of a thing, it's helpful so you can have a different vocabulary and different way to tell stories than what comes natural. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. What types of things in your life currently are causing you discomfort or stress besides when you realize you're being lazy and then being okay with it? You mentioned impatience before. Do you have examples of how impatience showed up in your life and pissed you off?
Just being impatient about getting certain replies back from people, getting attention from people.
Oh, you reached out to me. Did I make you impatient?
No, you didn't.
Oh, because I was out shopping with my wife for her birthday.
I'm supposed to be like, why did you pick up the
No,
phone?
I would have done that. The old me would have absolutely never called you again because you didn't answer the phone. Absolutely. And never told you about it. Absolutely. So I'm being sensitive to the fact that if I did that to you, it's okay to talk about it. I won't think it's stupid. I absolutely will. In this
No. I mean, I know there's certain circumstances that you couldn't pick up the phone. That's it. Like,
doesn't mean anything about how you felt.
I didn't feel anything about it.
Good shit. But in this conversation, when the camera's on and on Zoom, you get to say however, whatever you think is irrational.
No, I didn't think anything of it. My brain didn't process it in any kind of way. I was just like, oh, you didn't pick up, cool. Sometimes too, I'd be like in the mood just to say something and then I fucking forget. Like how you called me this morning, you were like, yo, what was it? But I have forgotten, and then that's when I remember again. And then we were talking about the whole stuff with the website with your mentor.
Yeah. Good shit. Cool. So the last 15 minutes, sir. What types of things are causing you discomfort or stress in your life? Besides laziness and justifying why it's okay to not keep your word. If there's nothing else, cool.
It's just staying consistent with what I'm doing. As far as not, I don't know. My mind's coming to a fucking blank right now.
That's perfectly fine. So let me ask you a personal question that was on my mind. Why would you invite this chick to your house, get excited that she's coming, but then not let yourself get fully excited because you're not sure if she's going to keep her word and actually come?
Because it's fucking annoying when you get yourself excited and then things don't work out and then you're disappointed.
Right. I'm never inviting you over again. If there was a disappointment in the past, that's it. It's never happened twice.
I don't have many options. So what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just completely shun everybody away?
No, you're just supposed to play the game a little different because I'm almost worried.
I'm fucking annoyed by the game. I'm annoyed by the game. I'm annoyed by the mind fucking and do you like me? But don't pay attention to me. And I'm fucking annoyed by it.
How? Everything's a game.
I don't like it.
Nigga, life is a game.
To an extent, I guess, but
period.
Well, I don't like that part of the game.
The best analogy I can give you is life is like a basketball game. Right? There's 3 sets of people in that game. The one who's on one team, the one who's on the other team playing the game fully, and then those in the audience. The majority of human beings are in the audience bitching and moaning about the 2 players playing on the basketball court. I'm trying to push you on the court to play basketball. You telling me all the reasons why you're not ready yet. You didn't stretch. You're not prepared. Whatever the reasons are that stop you from being on the court. I'm just consistently pushing you on the court. But it's still a fucking game. You're just I would like you to play the game fully so you can experience what the highs and lows of victory and defeat feel like.
You know what it is? I want to be myself. I don't want to turn into this fucking manipulated person where I move pieces around like on a chessboard in a way, and then.
But that's real life, homie. That's called leadership.
I get it.
But sorry.
It's annoying. It's annoying.
It's annoying because you're not surrounded. Leadership is always a pain in the ass. Always. It never gets easy. The most successful leader in the world will tell you it never gets easy. What gets easy is the people you surround yourself with. Let your leadership be simple with them. But as soon as new people show up, that shit starts all over again. So once you find a teammate in leadership that works for you, you keep that teammate around or you retrain them. But the point is, it's all a game. How do I help you play the game of life where it's successful and fun, where it's not such a burden to you? I think the game you used to play was outside your rule base. So it wasn't fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a skill to do things in your private life that the more you want to do, the more skills will come up depending on what you want to do. Until you get good at it, it's going to feel fake. How do I get you to give yourself permission to feel fake when you want to be yourself? The only thing I can keep reminding you is there is no such thing as yourself until you die because you're always evolving. You're always changing. So myself implies that there's no point in a coaching conversation. Because what was will never change. I disagree. It can change. Okay. So yes, it's annoying because of the way you were playing, not because the game is annoying. Because if you're on the winning side of that game being successful, you wouldn't be as annoyed. You'd be as burdened, but not as annoyed. And maybe we could separate the vocabulary of burden versus annoyance.
I guess I need to retrain on my vocabulary and what words actually mean.
It's not really just vocabulary, it's distinction. The words are used to cause an emotion. I'm just trying to distinctly separate, like when we did attachment versus commitment. Most people are attached to things as a way to motivate them. And then they say lazy, they say I just didn't want, and they shit on any type of participation or partnership with commitment. They let go of the word commitment and go back into the other one because you can rationalize it and justify it and stop playing any type of game to win.
Okay.
Just trying to get you committed to your word so that integrity is impeccably 100%. Because the way you speak and the way you think they're tied together. But the way you speak is what's more important, not the way you think. You're just going to feel silly saying something you don't believe yet. I'm only supposed to hold you accountable so that you're only saying what you believe.
Okay.
But until you get the hang of saying what you believe, you're going to just say whatever the fuck comes up. And I'm going to go, yeah, you sure about that? And remind you of the integrity of your person. Because again, this is just full of fluff from different angles. What you say, you're going to realize what you said after the fact until you get the hang of it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Not really, but I'm gonna let it simmer. And what I'll do is I will watch this again, of course, when I'm editing it, and let it, simmer more.
I recommend you don't do that.
Oh God.
Be nice, because if it didn't sink in, it wasn't ready for you. I'll just repeat myself again. And next time have more stuff to discuss so I can coach you. Right now I'm pulling teeth and you're not giving me anything except the minimum, which is a generic I want to be happy. Nigga, whatever the fuck makes you happy might not be what makes me happy. Oh, I need to not say that N-word, you motherfucker. I don't want to say that word. So I'm going to hold myself accountable and be better at it. But every time I say the N-word, I owe you $1. I don't like giving $1
Make it 10. Make it 10.
No, it's not the point. 1 to 10, it feels the same, but no. How about that?
I feel like we're getting better at it.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Cool. What's causing you the most discomfort besides me holding you accountable because you hate it? You don't like being corrected?
Obstacles in my brain, constantly thinking that I'm not, that when things are turning or looking good, things are gonna fucking crash and burn.
They are.
I am not.
They're not gonna crash
I'm
and
not.
burn.
When things seem like they're going good, I feel like something's right around the corner is about to go tragic, and everything that I've worked so far and so hard for is all gonna just turn to shit.
Yep. And then what you think you create, and unfortunately by default, your defense mechanism kind of ruins the energy that's necessary to move forward. The privileged people have no concept of failure. They just consistently believe it's going to work in their favor. That's something I'm trying to get you to do without having that luxury of being privileged. But it supports the same big picture of goal attainment.
Okay.
So if we can remove the doubt of assuming it's going to crash and burn, because you're prepared, you're strong enough to handle it. You don't need to intellectually prepare for it.
Okay.
Cool. So Saturday, 3 p.m., you're going to start reading Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Sure.
Awesome. You made it. Get your camera on. You are a guest speaker on the group.
I'm wet.
Nice. That's perfect. Don't be freaky and disgusting. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. My partner came in and she was invited to be a guest speaker on the group, but she was detained in the train station. So I apologize, but she will be a guest speaker on the show one day.
Yeah. Kamala Harris is pussy.
That's not what we're doing, Mr. Victoria, sir. Cool. Last question of the day, sir. What do you want me to know about you, your style, your needs, and what you need from me for this week coming up forward?
That's a fucking compounded ass. That's not one question.
It's not. What else do you want me to know about you, your style, your needs, and what you need?
I feel the more conversations we have, the more you'll learn. And what I need from you, just let's keep having these conversations so that we can keep making headway.
I need from you this week is to just have from your point of view. Do not have the potential of fucking up point of view. Do not have the potential of it going bad point of view.
I'm gonna try. I
know, that's all I need you to do is put in the effort.
Doing what the best I can to try to reprogram my brain.
But don't cut me off with frustration.
Okay.
You're a bully. You're an intellectual bully. Do you know
No,
that?
I'm not.
Yeah, you are. You
Okay.
like what I'm saying? Yeah, see that right there. Okay, all right, okay. That's bullying.
I'm agreeing with you. How is that being a bully?
You're passively dismissing me.
All right, sure.
See? There you again. Cool. Stop being a prick. And the harder I go, the more I'm going to worry because I'm annoying you.
That's fine.
If you paid me, you would understand me cursing you out.
I get that.
So I'm just...
It's like paying a personal trainer and then you're like, oh, I'm going to go get McDonald's. What the fuck are you doing?
So I'm a little worried because it's just based on our friendship.
All right, cool.
So stop being don't let your word go to shit because of how you feel. So let's say Saturday at 3 p.m. doesn't work. Let's say life did not let that happen.
Do it then Sunday at 1 o'clock.
Change it the moment you realize you can't do Saturday at 3.
Okay.
Reach out to me and say, my fault, Sunday at 1. That way you don't have that guilt and that feeling.
Okay.
Cool.
All right, bet.
Cool. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Hold on a second. Thank you. If you made it this far, thank you for tuning in. Again, like, subscribe. Appreciate you so much. We do have the email on the caption. Make sure that if you have any questions, anything you want us to speak about, go and write us an email and we'll make sure that we'll talk about it on here.
Whatever you would like to discuss, whatever is not working in your life as well as you'd like it to, whatever you want some assistance with, those are the topics. Don't worry about it being perfect. Just come in here prepared to just vomit, and I'll work on the rest and lead the conversation. Appreciate you, sir. I'll see you next week.
Later, Nick. Bye.
No N-word. Come on,
Peace.
Peace out.